Let's get to know this from tourism industry stakeholders, people who are running resorts, eateries in this area, which is known as a famous tourist destination. I have with me now Mr. Bunsen Cooper, one of the tourism stakeholders of Sohra. Welcome, sir, to Northeast Live. We all have heard about this very unfortunate incident of the Indore, tourist couple from Indore gone missing, and body of one of the tourists recovered. And this is something that has shocked not only entire Sohra but has shocked Meghalaya as a whole, because this is unprecedented. We have never heard this kind of an incident in this part of the state. As a tourism stakeholder, what is your first reaction to this?
So my reaction to this, in my 15 to 20 years of being with the tourism industry, being one of the rural tourism promoter here in the locality, we have seen that we always tell our tourists that Sora or Meghalaya as a whole is one of the safest places to travel, because we have seen with our own eyes, we have experienced, even solo women traveler, they do travel to these parts of the country in order because they know that it is very safe. But you know, with this incident that had happened, I mean, it is too early to say something about the incident or what. But when you go back to the tourism industry, we realize that anywhere you go in the whole world, there would be misfortunes here and there, misfortunates, and moreover, you don't get to you don't know. I mean, what thing will happen to the tourists, right? We have had incidents of people gone missing here and there all over the world, even tourists. I mean, in different parts of the world. But this has created a lot of an issue, a lot of negativity, especially if you look at the in social media or print media or any kind of a media as well, because I think I mean. Uh, but there's nothing to be worried about at the end of the day, because the people who have been who has been a part and parcel of the tourism industry here, they are still the same people who have been running the show of a guest house or a homestay for the past 5 years or 10 years, who are still responsible for their tourists, for their borders, and at the same time, who will be go a mile ahead to help the tourists. So, with this incident that had happened, no doubt about it, we have seen lot of news in the media, which is quite surprised, because when we heard about someone go missing anywhere in India, or maybe some mishap will happen to them, we don't get to see such kind of media. It's just like it'll go and disappear in 1 2 days, right? Even though there is a huge landslide in Sikkim, I mean, people are still gone missing there also.
That's also probably because it's the first time something has happened here. Maybe that's why the attention. Uh, you never know. Now again, Sora is known for rural tourism. People who come here would want to explore around. You can't probably confine people to certain locations, certain routes. There have been a lot of people saying, and social media is also a buzz in Meghalaya saying that okay, tourists shouldn't follow certain routes, shouldn't venture into certain areas. That is understandable. That is out of concern that people are saying it. At the same time, also the tourist doesn't know where not to venture, where not to go. So, what do you think is the way forward? Do you think a more coordinated effort from the community, from tourism stakeholders like you, the volunteers, a proper SOP has to be put in place that needs to be implemented? Now, the problem again with SOPs is that the more SOPs you put, the more restrictions it also puts on the tourists. So, it's a dilemma also at the same time.
See, I mean, when I was, let me just talk with my experience, okay? When we started opening our properties in the back in the year 2015, we always mention our guests like, if you want to do trekking, if you want to do adventure activities, please come after the monsoon, when things like when the forest is much more clearer, when the path is much more drier, because right now, I mean, it's too, I mean, but with the inflow of, I mean, with the over the years, the when this the inflow of the tourists, the footfall has become more and more. even for us also, we don't have, I mean, I would say we don't have the time to explain these kind of things to our tourists, to our to the people who are staying with us. So we just let them do it on their own. So definitely, I mean, there should be some set of rules and regulations, because people who are traveling from different parts of the country, they don't know about our terrains at all, and how bad the terrains can be, how difficult the terrains can be. You cannot imagine people who are maybe in their 80s and the 90s also, they still want to do the double decker, which is next to impossible. At the end of the day, they'll have to be carried back by people to the parking lot. So these kind of things, because most of the tourists, especially Indian tourists, I would say, most of the Indian tourists also, they don't do a little bit of homework when they're traveling. They just get to see anywhere in the media, or they just get to see some advertisement. They just want to do it. So it is, if you do a bit of research, if you do a bit of homework, you should understand what to do and what not to do when you are in a complete different area, in a complete strange, at the end of the day, it's your strange land, right? It's not your the place that you're born and brought up. You'll know the terrains, but it's a complete strange land. So you should know these things. And at the same time, I would say, I mean, the government also should impose some of the rules and regulations, and not just that, even the community, like, the Sadar and the headman, and the we should implement some set of rules, at least to monitor the the monitor the tourists, the traveler, the visitors who are coming to your village and coming to your community.